we are here today with another Akali gameplay. I've got Conqueror Akali top lane versus looks like Conqueror Wukong. Dark Harvest Wukong top lane. He's obviously going to go the lethality build, which is not going to work against me this time because I'm going Bruiser. And what you can see here is he tries to get an early ward, so good for him, but he's kind of BMing a little. Boom, hits a Q on me, and then emotes as well. And then dances on my ward, which I suspect he knows is there. But anyway, they're posturing aggressively. They got wards, 2 wards in our jungle already, so they know where Fiddlesticks is definitely going to be starting, which is fine. Fiddle, at this point, I think he's a power farmer. I don't think he's particularly strong in this patch. But yeah, Trundle's obviously a monster with lethal tempo. That's going to be... It's definitely going to be a problem. But I do walk back to check the blue, just to make sure that they don't actually start it. And of course he doesn't start it. He just wants vision so he can track where our jungler is, which is... shit, I mean, if you can actually do that, that's quite advanced as a jungler. That's like the one skill as a jungler that'll put you above all the other junglers. As far as I can tell, in my brief history of jungling. And so Wukong here opts to push the wave, which is also fine with me. I think I miss a minion out of those first 3. I do. He also pressures me off that minion with a... I actually got the 3rd minion. Nice. Anyway, Wukong posturing aggressively with his Q. Of course, his Q shreds armor, which is not good for me. Gets a quick level 2 spike and opts to take me to 3/4 of my health, which is also fine because I'm safe under tower, seeing as he decided to push the wave as well. And in the bot lane it's going crazy. Ezreal gets a double kill, which is fine with me. Wukong fakes his back. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't want to say a dick move, but like it's like taunting. Anyway, continue to play it slow here. Just trying to get some levels. Namely, trying to get QWE so that I can always just shroud and then stop Wukong from actually attacking me, because obviously he's an auto attack champion. He mainly does auto attack, so my shroud will protect me from that. And for some reason he keeps pushing the wave right back in. He's in a terrible state here, a terrible place rather, on the wave, or rather in the lane. But of course it's good because his Trundle's playing aggressively, and I suspect they might be duoed, but anyway. Trundle places a control ward which gets missed, and of course Fiddlesticks is looking not healthy at all. In his clear, Trundle full health. I think Trundle actually took his blue. Anyway. Trying to see us under tower, missing almost every single one. It's actually going down there in the river. So hopefully they don't choose to fight that. Wukong's trying to eat the flank, early roam. Probably ease in, W's out. Waste some time, and at this point Wukong has given up a lot of EXP. And so he comes back to lane at a disadvantage. Which means in a little while I'm going to hit 6 before he does, and then I'm going to kill him, but before that something else happens. So as you can see he's level 4, but he doesn't have a lot of XP, whereas I am almost halfway to level 5. And so he opts to engage on me there, wastes his W, which is a key, and then I just engage because I know he doesn't have a disengage. He's just out here. Quick trade, obviously favorable for me because he doesn't actually have his W, wastes it on the wave, and also now he has next to no mana, so if he stays he will definitely die. And I'm just farming here, trying to pretend that I'm scared, but at this point obviously I'm level 5 full health. He's less than half health with almost no mana, and I'm trying to slow push, missing every single one. Get that minion though. Get a ward down because I suspect Trundle will be here. Wukong now level 5. I'm almost level 6. And for some reason he keeps trading back into me, even though Even if we go even with the health trade, and of course he flashes, I ignite him. Trundle is there, but I didn't actually see Trundle, just bear that in mind. So Trundle comes to pick up the XP under the tower, I take it back while Wukong is dead, walking back to lane. And I shouldn't miss any minions at this point. I know Wukong's gonna hustle back to lane. But the wave, of course, is pushing out to me, to my side. I think I stay for a buy. See what I get here. 2 longswords, boots, a refillable, and a control ward. So that's a pretty good back. Wukong, of course, has 2 longswords, but we already know it's going to build into a serrated dirk. Because he's Dark Harvest, he's going lethality, so he's trying to one-pop people. He's not going to one-pop me, though. Right, and nothing else really happening in the lane, or on the map, rather. Israel has a huge power spike with his Sheen and Tia, so that's dope. Wukong, for some reason, engages on me here. I full combo him. Hit him with the Alt Q, Auto, Q, R2, dead. And for some reason, he was still level 5 there, obviously, which I mentioned that he lost out a lot of XP trying to roam and stuff. And so I was still level 6 when I came back to lane. He was still level 5. He engages on me and I just kill him. So, unfortunately, he doesn't quite understand the disparity in strength and HP even, and armor growth, etc. with even just by being 1 level ahead. And so, unfortunately, Wukong has no sums, still level 5, I'm level 7, he has to walk back to lane. I think I just back here? Yeah, I do. Wukong just gets level 6 now. So, good for him. Double kill though. In the mid lane, Lucian blows up probably their jungler and their ADC. Right, so good for him. Israel has somehow died though. Comes back with a crit cloak. Anyway. As I hustle back to lane. And of course Wukong has pushed the wave, but in fact he's hard pushed the wave, which means I am able to catch the minions at my tower. I think maybe it would have been better for him to slow push and build up a wave, just in case I do decide to fight him, which I'm mostly not going to. But every time he engages on me, I have to trade back, obviously, and they always end up going favorably for me. Wukong's now missing at this point. He's, getting vision, the scuttle crab in top side, which is a good play for him. If he knows he can't really farm or kill in lane, he has to push and roam. So, good play. Wukong here is messing around on me. Thinks to ult me. I'm level 8, he's level 6. So obviously, this isn't going to go well. I choke the Q. I'll wait for both of his ults to be done. His second cast of his ult. For some reason, he's still in the mix. Trades back favorably because I don't know. I ended up not doing much in that fight, but he did blow all of his mana, unfortunately for him. As he tries to emote me, BM me, which is fine too. I'll just punish. And I think here, yeah. So now we're about even in health. Obviously, bearing in mind that I do have a little bit more health because I'm a higher level than he is. Push the wave, and I suspect I'd back here. I do not. Wait. And so this is a common mistake, faking the back, making them think you've backed, making them think that they're safe in lane, safe enough to push out another wave, which is exactly what Wukong thinks here. He thinks it's safe to push a wave. At least clever to only use auto attacks and save his abilities in case I am here, which of course I am. But eventually I don't have the patience. I just walk up, ignite him, hit the Q, hit the E, proc the passive, and he's dead. So if I was Wukong, I would have just used my W and GTFO'd right out of the lane. But yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't do that. So I'm hard pushing now because I know his death timer, he might only be coming back to lane now, so I might have time to actually get this plate, which I do. I agreed for the plate. I do have ult though, so maybe I can make an outplay if I do get ganked. And you can see on the map I'm about to get ganked. Trundle positions himself behind me. Wukong comes in, engages me immediately, and Trundle's right there. In fact, Wukong flashes and ults. And I, of course, wasted my abilities to do some weird things. But anyway, they get the shutdown on me. Wukong, in fact, gets the shutdown on me. So, great for me. Obviously, Wukong had come back with the serrated dirk, so he does do a little bit more damage. I come back with a Caulfield Warhammer and also, what do they call them now? Steel caps, plated steel caps. And Kindle Gem, so I have CDR, I have health, and I have some AD as well. And of course, all my abilities do in fact scale with AD. Up to TP back to lane here, which I do. Catch the wave. I've lost, looks like 1 minion. Lost that minion as well. Get that one. So, I've been spamming Bruiser Akali quite a bit lately, and I find that Bruiser Akali is way easier to play. It's more forgiving. You're not as likely to get blown up when you do engage, and having the AD doesn't really matter that much because your AD scaling is actually slightly bigger overall across your abilities. So you don't lose out on damage, but you do happen to just gain survivability because for some reason AP items just don't have survivability built into them. For example, there's only one AP item that has healing in it, compared to the like 6 or 7 AD items that have healing in it, which doesn't exactly seem fair. The game is not really in a balanced state, but hey. As I push the wave in here, Wukong's now 2 levels behind. Opts to E in, take a whole bunch of minion aggro as well as some Q poke, which is, I don't know, silly. And I just look to harass him here. Looks like he goes in. I opt to just disengage because he does lose minions to the tower anyway, so he loses out on poke and he loses his minions. And I'm hard pushing here, trying to keep the pressure on, because what I don't want is for him to be able to get a back, manage to back, and then, you know, get any sort of power stats. So I'm looking to just poke him as he, harass him as he farms under the tower. A lot of pings going on in the bot lane. Wukong tries to E in and ult me. He W'd as well, which is a waste. You always save your W, and I end up killing him. No ignite needed. And so as you can see here, the durability update, or not the durability, but the Bruiser build really coming in clutch here. Because had I not had this extra health, for example, I would definitely have died to his cheese. Although his engage was sus, I think it would have been better for him to just E in, like dash in, Q'd me, ulted, and then W'd for his clone. Or maybe cloned and then ulted. Because when your clone is out and you ult, your clone and yourself actually do damage with your ult and your Q. So you could have almost doubled up on damage had he W'd before he ulted. But anyway. Here I just decide to back off. He tries to push me off, but does tank all those minions, which is fine for me as well. I'm happy with that. And overall, the map is, we're winning across the board. Israel's now 4-1, has gained 2 more kills. Lucian has died, but also gained a kill. Morgana has done a whole lot of assisting, excuse me. Of course, Israel ahead, Lucian ahead by far, almost double. Fiddlesticks not doing much on the map, does have 1 assist, slightly ahead on farm. So yeah, I don't know about Fiddle these days. Maybe I remember Fiddle used to be an okay support just by virtue of poke and stuff. But I'm not sure how he fares in the jungle. I'm not sure he should be this weak in the jungle. I think this guy might just be not playing Fiddle properly. For example, Fiddlesticks is one of those champs that can actually do 2 camps at the same time. So, for example, Grump and Blue Buff, because with his heal, he can heal off both of them and do damage to both at the same time. He just needs to know where to stand, because if you get too far from the camps, Wukong decides to come in again here. Ults me. This time he does his clone R2, but unfortunately he's just going to die here. Flashes, but the ignite is ticking and he dies anyway. Questionable. And it's the Shroud, to be honest. It's the Shroud. When you have Shroud up, they can't auto-attack you. And Wukong and Trundle, in fact, both thrive off auto-attacks. That's their main damage. They don't really throw abilities out to do damage. Now Shroud here, disengage with E, and run away. And they just give up. They don't try and fight me. Or chase me, rather.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And I get a free back. Of course, across the map we are winning, pushing in lanes, not losing any towers. Looks like Morgana has opted to roam. Fiddlesticks is now supporting the bot side. Looks like he ulted in. Choked the ult, obviously. Lucian's turning the screws in on that mid lane. And looks like Viego flashed away. Wukong's backing. Trundle is just farming his camps. He needs to get strong because he knows that if anyone's going to carry, it's going to have to either be him or Viego. So he's frantically trying to level up. Of course, he does have a level on Fiddle. And Trundle looks here to take another camp, but unknowingly walks on a ward. At this point, I opt for the safer option of taking the Rift Herald, knowing full well that all the lanes are pushed in and they do have massive pressure, especially in the mid lane, which means at the very least their jungler is going to have to answer. Obviously, we know because on the minimap we spotted him. He was clearing his topside camps, which means if he goes anywhere to farm now, it would be bot side. So I suspect that I am safe enough to be able to do this Rift Herald alone, and indeed I am. Of course, making sure to hit the Rift Herald in the back to open up that purple eye and do bonus damage. And finishing the Rift Herald here. So at this point I could probably back. I'll get a 4-second back here, obviously holding the eye, the Rift Herald. I think I decide to keep the pressure up, checking to see where everyone is. We spot Bard, Botside River. Don't know where anyone else is though, and so I think I just walk up to the tower. See, obviously spot Trundle's AOE thing that speeds him up. Just get to clear the wave because then he'll just leave. He knows he has other places to be. And on the map you can see they're posturing to try and 2v1 me. And I think Trundle wants none of it, but Wukong is adamant. He definitely wants the kill. Wukong walks up, engages, wastes his W again. He's a clone, and so obviously he doesn't have an escape. Uses his ult, but as you can see he's done almost no damage. And I opt to just 1v1 the Wukong and walk away. Trundle smites me but gives up. Yeah. So a fail for Wukong. If Trundle had followed up and instead of AFK farm in the wave, if Trundle had followed up on the actual fight, they definitely could have killed me. Of course, when I don't have Shroud anymore to hide from auto attacks, Trundle will absolutely dominate. But anyway, they ended up surrendering 22-5. My Akali went 6-1 with 130 farms, so pretty good, a definite improvement. And that's that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, if there is a next one. Might play somebody else next time. But yeah, peace out.